They say love bombing is easy to miss. But let's be real. It didn't sneak up on you. It came in like a damn wrecking ball, and you stood there like it was a rom-com entrance. And yeah, I get it. I've been there. The attention, the fireworks, the "I've never felt this way before" texts that hit harder than your rent notifications. You mistake the adrenaline for connection, the pacing for passion, because it feels like love. And if you've been starved for it long enough, even fast food starts to taste like a 5-star meal. It's intoxicating, not love, but the idea of finally being seen. The moment felt like magic, but let's be honest, it was mostly stage lighting and smoke machines. Because love bombing doesn't creep in. It crashes in with flowers, playlists, and trauma-matching energy. And suddenly, you're front row at a concert you didn't even buy tickets for, singing along to a love song that was never written for you.
It's only been a week, but I feel like I've known you forever.
Yeah, same.
Also, I made us a Spotify playlist. It's 6 hours long, and it's all about you.
What? How did you get 6 hours of my personality? I've barely said 3 sentences. You didn't miss the signs. You just called it passion, intensity, a Nicholas Sparks kind of connection. It didn't feel toxic. It felt like a movie. Until the credits never rolled and you're stuck in a loop wondering if this is still the same movie you signed up for. You want to know how it ends? Not with a proposal. Not with closure. With you alone in your bed, Googling, "Was I in love?" or just emotionally kidnapped by a man with a ring light. Love bombing isn't just attention, it's a manipulation tactic. The goal isn't to connect, it's to conquer. To win you, not to know you. See where I'm headed at? It's not falling in love, it's being overwhelmed into submission. Like your heart agreed to something your body never had time to consent to. Trust me, I've been there. It's fast, pew, it's loud, and it feels like intimacy, but it's actually control wrapped in compliments. Psychologically, it's a dopamine overdose. They're feeding your brain the exact hits it craves. Attention, validation, belonging. It's not love, it's chemical warfare. Some people call it the narcissistic abuse style. Idealize, devalue, and discard. But let's call it what it really feels like. The overwhelm, the hook, and the flip. If it sounds like a psychological horror film, that's because it kind of is. Let's break it down. Phase 1 is the overwhelm. This is the "I've never felt this way before" phase. It's not romance, it's emotional smoke and mirrors, remember that. It's big gestures, deep eye contact, and constant communication. I'm talking about good morning texts, good night texts, even midday just thinking about you texts. And if you don't respond in 5 minutes, they're checking in if you're alive. Sorry, this is just jogging up memories for me. Okay, back to the real thing. It sounds sweet until you realize it's surveillance disguised as love. It's not deep, it's fast, phew, and fast feels flattering until it's not. And if it feels like someone's trying to win The Bachelor in under 48 hours, sorry to break it to you, you don't end up with The Bachelor, you end up with anxiety. Because this isn't love, this is urgency. And urgency is not intimacy, okay? And you didn't fall in love, you got pitched a fantasy and you bought it. Stage 2 is the hook. This is where it gets sticky, okay? They stop love bombing just enough to make you feel the withdrawal. Now you're craving their presence, now you're invested. So they reel you in with a new strategy called mirroring. They start studying you, your music, your values, your wounds. They speak of your pain like it's their own. You think you're falling for someone who understands you, but what's really happening? They're becoming exactly what you need, at least what you think you need, so they can stay in control. You probably feel seen at this point, right? Safe, even. And you think to yourself, maybe this is it. Maybe I finally found someone who gets it. That safety you're feeling, it's curated, it's crafted, controlled. Because remember, this isn't a relationship, it's a role, and they're auditioning. And let me tell you, they're method acting. You're not dating a person. You're dating a performance. A TED Talk titled How to Become Irresistible to Someone Who's Been Hurt, aka you. And they study for the role by watching your patterns. Your pain becomes their blueprint. And the moment you exhale thinking, finally, this is it, that's where the flip begins.
You've changed. You used to light up when I texted.
I needed some space.
Oh, so now you're emotionally unavailable? That's cute.
What? This is the flip. The shift from everything I've ever wanted to you're asking for too much. From love notes to you're crazy. From good morning beautiful to why are you so sensitive? They start doing less and expecting more. You start doing more and feeling less. Sound familiar? And then comes the gaslight.
You're imagining things. You're overreacting. You're so emotional.
Yeah, no shit, I bonded with a hologram, right? But here's the worst part. You don't start asking what's wrong with them. You start asking what's wrong with you. And that's how they win. Because now you're busy fixing yourself for someone who broke you on purpose. Stop. You're not broken. You didn't miss the signs. You felt them. You saw them. You maybe even whispered to yourself, this feels off. But your heart had already started writing a story. Your mind wasn't ready to interrupt. You just wanted it to be real, because needing love will make anything look like it. Even control, even chaos. Even someone who only loved you when you were easy to manage. And I get it. I really do. Because when you're lonely, you'll confuse being chosen with being cherished. And when you've been ignored, even obsession can feel like care. But real love doesn't come in hot and vanish cold. It doesn't flood you to leave you drowning. It doesn't start a symphony and walk out before the first verse ends. Real love isn't a rush. It's a rhythm. If it's always offbeat, it's not love, it's chaos with good marketing. And maybe it wasn't obvious at first, because love bombing doesn't look fake when all you've ever known is inconsistency. It looks like finally being seen, finally being wanted, finally getting everything you've been starving for. So no, you didn't miss it, you mistook it. But now you don't have to mistake it again. Actually, no. If you hit the subscribe button, I just might fall for you too. Subscriptions are my love language. I'll see you in the next one.